Hi there, my name is Rena Viebeck and I'm the Education Coordinator with the Lakehead Region Conservation Authority. Today I want to share with you a really great citizen and community science project called FrogWatch. And what's great about it is it's free, it's online, and it's for everyone. And we're encouraging people to not only do it at one of our conservation areas, but you can do it anywhere where you might find water, including in your neighborhood, your backyard, or close to your house. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is head over to FrogWatch, which is one of the watch programs put on by Nature Watch, and the website is up here on the screen. And there are other really great programs like Worm Watch and other ones like Ice Watch. And you can start right now as early as April to head out into the field and listen for frog and toad calls. And what's great is you don't have to find the actual frog to take a picture of it or anything like that. You simply have to hear it. Now, in order to know what it is that you're hearing and what kind of frog it is, you'll want to go to FrogWatch, which will have all the frogs that you can find in our area, of which there are 8, and you can get to know their calls or what they sound like. You can listen all the way from now in April all the way through the summer. Right now there are already some wood frogs and even some spring peepers that have started calling. Remember that once you learn these frog calls, you will get to know each of these species because each frog species has its very own unique call. And so you'll get to know these frogs like old friends. And when you head out, you can check using your smartphone if you're hearing the right call, or you can bring that information back home and look it up on your computer. So like I mentioned, FrogWatch is free. It can be done anywhere. And because it's community science, you're gathering information which helps report to scientists as well as landowners like the Conservation Authority to better manage our biodiversity and better understand changes that might be happening in the environment, including things like climate change. If you don't have a smartphone, you can still participate because on the website, when you go to it on your computer, you can print off a record or an observation sheet that you can then bring with you to write down where you went, what time it was, the date, some weather information, and what it was that you heard, which frogs you heard calling. Really nice and easy. So FrogWatch is, as I mentioned, free. You create a FrogWatch account. You can pick a location for a date, or you can go to multiple locations all in one date or over many days. Head to your monitoring spots. The best time of day to go there is around dusk. That's when most frogs are calling, potentially also after a nice rain. Once you've arrived there, you're going to want to sit still and quiet for at least 3 minutes, if not longer, after you've arrived, so that the frogs can get used to your presence and start calling again. Then you're going to record what it is that you hear, either on your smartphone or on your printed observation sheet. And again, you can check those sounds or those calls back on the FrogWatch website by listening again and again to those frog calls, getting to know which species it is. And other than that, simply remember that we're not disturbing frogs where they are. Try not to touch them, especially these days when we have so much hand sanitizer on our hands, and appreciate them from a safe distance. So one of the great conservation areas that's really popular for frogging is Mills Block. So that's a great place to head out to. There's also some great ponds in the middle of the Cascades Conservation Area, and of course along the shoreline at Hazelwood Lake. This is in addition to some of our other great conservation areas, or like I mentioned, anywhere where you might be able to head out and hear frogs like close to water. So thanks for joining me, and I hope that you can get out and use FrogWatch and contribute to this community science project.